Hello, I'm meteorologist Ashley Smith. I think that because we just had a live on our main Facebook channel that for some reason this is not posted over there. So I think, so I'm definitely live on my page. So I think what I'm going to do is share this. There we go. Okay, hopefully that worked. Anyways, as usual, here we are with 19 at noon. Okay. Hopefully that worked. Let's see. Anyways, as always, if you have any questions, comments about the first alert weather days, about the weather that's headed our way, of course, let me know. I will try and follow these updates. This is going to be difficult though. So anyways, I apologize. I think it's because we were live with the update on the Claremont County house explosion, and so it kind of messed this up. So very frustrating, but here we are. Unfortunately, that's kind of what happens when you have a lot of things going on at one time, and it's very unfortunate, you know, obviously what's happening there in Claremont County as well. So want to make sure that you're updated on that, but we're going to talk about weather here on 19 at noon, of course. So here's the bottom line. I've already wasted, 5 minutes here. Okay, the bottom line is that we are talking about more impacts Wednesday and Thursday. Today, we're pretty much done. We've seen the rain come to an end. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you knew that was going to happen. It's like, do you ever feel like one thing goes wrong and then just everything goes wrong? That's how I feel right now. Jeezy Moses. Okay, outside right now, we're still seeing cloudy skies, but I do expect, and you can see kind of if you look here at these clouds, they're moving pretty quickly. So I do expect that we will see some clearing throughout the day today. When we were looking at satellite earlier, it looked like that as well. And this isn't updated either. This is so frustrating. Okay, so we're going to move past this. Okay. We're going to see clearing skies throughout the day today. You can see that clearing line already moving through southeastern Indiana. So already seeing some sunshine there. It will slowly move east. So we'll see some sunshine this afternoon. Should be pretty nice. But not expecting any kind of any more impacts from that kind of wet weather that we had earlier today. The rain has pretty much come to an end. If you see anything through the rest of the day today, it's likely to just be drizzle or sprinkles. Nothing significant expected. But of course, the roads in some spots are still wet. You know, actually, let me see. Well, I can put the graphic in here for how much rain we actually got this morning. I know early this morning it was a lot. Some areas saw more than half of an inch of rain. So. Okay, let me see here. Here we go. Didn't have to look too hard for it, so. Okay. So yeah, as I mentioned, some spots at Lunkin, they're 4200s. I think CVG was around that as well already today. Let's just look. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, around 4,300s maybe. Boy, it's already 62 degrees. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, so we did get some beneficial rain. We don't really need to say anymore that it's much needed because really I can show you why we don't really need to say that anymore. Most of us have been removed, or a large portion of the area has been removed from drought. So, you know, we're doing okay as far as precipitation. Excuse me. Okay. I mentioned the temperature, 62 degrees at CVG, I believe. Let's check that out. So yeah, 62 at CVG, 63 at Lunkin, 63 in Hamilton, Richmond 57, Falmouth 61 degrees. So yeah, it's a mild day for sure. Remember, normal high is 53 degrees. So our temperatures right now are similar to the highs that we had yesterday. We do expect to be a little bit warmer. I think 66, of course, I just got out of the climate page. Let's see what it was. Yesterday, the 18th. Oh, duh. Okay, it was 65 degrees. So today we expect to be a little bit warmer than that. So, and I definitely feel confident in that considering the fact that already it's 62 degrees. Winds out of the south at 8 miles per hour. Definitely that damp feeling in the air with that dew point in the 60s. I went for a run this morning. I was pretty sweaty because it's kind of humid. You know, it's not, of course, July or August humidity, but it's humid. No doubt about that. Winds will be breezy at times today. We'll look at current wind gusts here coming up. But you're looking at 20, 25 mile per hour gusts today. Tomorrow and Thursday, of course, those gusts get even higher. You're looking at closer to 30, 35 miles per hour. These have come down. This is often the case with this particular model that they predict a little higher than it ends up being. But 30, 35 mile per hour wind gusts the next couple of days. So definitely going to be breezy, and then it does get better for the weekend. However, with those strong wind gusts, we are looking at, hold on, this graphic needs to be changed. Oh my gosh. Man, I'm having a day. I'm trying to like grab something on the toolbar and it just is being elusive. Okay, there we go. So these are the wind chills in the next couple of days. Does get a lot colder, at least the feeling in the air tomorrow, and then a big drop by Thursday. So wind chills tomorrow, not a huge deal, but by Thursday, we're looking at those wind chills in the 20s throughout the afternoon. And then Friday, they could be significant again, teens and 20s Friday morning. So a very cold feeling in the air Thursday and Friday as that system continues to move through the area. Okay, let's look at the timeline for those threats. Okay, so we are looking at obviously the now to 9 a.m. that has passed. Again, another graphic not updated. I will have to work on that. But anyways, Wednesday afternoon, we're talking about that rain moving in, very strong gusty winds, very wet roads. So tomorrow morning starts off dry, then the rain moves in later. On Thursday, we're looking at that rain and snow mix later in the afternoon as well. I'm completely blocking the graphic. Anyways, so moving in later in the day and those wind chills in the 20s. We mentioned slushy kind of roads. I think that's possible. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. I think the roads are going to be very wet. Now, some of the models are predicting as much as 1 to 2 inches of snow. That's what would fall. That is not what would stick to the ground by any means. Okay. So the rest of the day today is dry. We'll see that rain move back into the area tomorrow around midday, just scattered. Tomorrow, not a big deal at all, really. Not a lot of rain expected tomorrow. It does get windy, that's for sure. That's probably going to be maybe the biggest factor to tomorrow's weather. And then we do see cold air on Thursday, along with that chance for that mixed precipitation. You see here the potential, let me take this full. So the potential for that rain and snow mix around mid-morning, continuing into the afternoon. And at times it will be completely snow into the afternoon hours. The totals have really come down, though. The amount of time that it's going to snow has come down, so therefore the totals are going to come down as well. So here's just kind of a different view, a wider view. Maybe you're traveling this weekend. Maybe you're getting an early start on Thanksgiving, doing maybe an early celebration of Thanksgiving with friends or family. Here's kind of a wider view for you. So the early Thursday morning, you're okay. It's by about mid-morning into the afternoon that we see more in the way of that snow or rain and snow mix, continues into the evening hours, and then changes over to rain as we head into a Friday morning. Still going to be kind of drizzly Friday morning. Now, I'm going to show you several different models here. And we can look at the different totals that these models show because they vary quite a bit. So just to kind of show you the uncertainty with this system. So here, this is the European snowfall totals. And yesterday, let me tell you why. First of all, it's very difficult to predict winter storms, snowfall totals specifically, because difference in, say, 20 miles can be a huge difference in snowfall totals, like if the track is 20 miles different. And then the difference in 2 degrees can be the difference between a lot of snow or no snow. I mean, it's just that much of a difference. This is also going to be a very wet snow. So we normally talk about a 10-to-1 ratio. In other words, if there's 1 inch of rain, that would be 10 inches of snow. So a tenth of an inch of rain, you're looking at 1 inch of snow, okay? That 10-to-1 ratio. This is going to be a very wet snow. That ratio is going to be lower, so which is a good thing. You know, it makes it a little bit more manageable. When it's like that fluffy snow and you have a 20-to-1 ratio, which we can have, it's that very fluffy snow. There's a lot of air in it. You know, it's not wet. It's not that wet snow. So this is going to be likely maybe closer to a 7 or an 8-to-1 ratio, which is better than the 10-to-1 ratio, meaning lower totals. So this is the European. And yesterday, this was showing 1 to 2 inches of snow. So it's come down by about a factor of 10. I mean, it's pretty significant. Now it's not showing anybody over an inch of snow. You're looking at maybe 3/4 of an inch at the most. All right, let's go to the GFS model. It's still showing that 1 to 2 inches. Vastly different models. They use different kind of equations, different, so you get a different output. So, I mean, this is just goes to show you how difficult it is to make those snowfall forecasts. We do feel confident saying that for most of us, you're going to see, you know, maybe a dusting up to an inch. In some locations, you could have an isolated amount that's higher than an inch. I think these 2-inch plus ranges are probably overdone. This model probably doesn't go out that far, but let me see how far out it does go. There we go. Okay, so this is the in-house model, and this is showing 1 to 2 inches of snow as well. This one's probably too far out, and then the North American model, 1 to 2 inches. So we have anywhere from 0.2 to over 2 inches of snow, according to these models. So again, just kind of difficult to tell exactly how much, but again, that's what's going to fall. That is not what's going to stick to the ground. Very important to remember that. Okay, let's look at the 7-day forecast. This is frustrating that this didn't cross post, but what can you do? Oh. Take this full for you as well. Obviously today, tomorrow, Thursday, first alert weather days. Today's threat is over. We'll be in the 50s on Wednesday, 30s on Thursday, a mix of rain and snow, very strong gusty winds, making it feel even colder. We drop to the 40s Friday and Saturday, back to the 50s Sunday and Monday, so getting a little bit warmer by the end of the weekend, and rain chances do return on Monday as well. Sorry, I wanted to, okay. I know, Mary, I know. Hey, today's warm. Today's going to be really warm, and I promise you we'll see some sunshine later today as well. Okay, let's go beyond the 7-day forecast so I can show you Thanksgiving. I almost said Easter. Geez, that would be way off. So this is the week of Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving weekend. Beyond the 7-day forecast, relatively mild for the first half all the way through Thanksgiving, and then dropping back into the 40s for that weekend. Of course, if you are still hanging with the Bengals, which, you know, you should, if you're a diehard fan. They are back in town on Sunday the 1st, facing the Steelers, so a big game there. Of course, they have a bye this week, but then they are back in action at Paycor Stadium Sunday the 1st, so that's also an important thing there on Beyond the 7-day forecast. Okay. Okay. I want to look at a different model for tomorrow. Just because now it looks like tomorrow is hardly anything. And then Thursday actually, the fact that this particular model brings rain in Thursday morning is also a change. So models are ever evolving. If you remember in the beginning, when we first talked about this system, I guess last week, and then especially over the weekend, we really started to get into the details. We said, listen, the models are going to change quite a bit as we get closer, and sure enough, they are. The forecast is evolving. But here's the bottom line. Tomorrow's impacts are very small. As a matter of fact, I think the breezy winds will be the biggest impact tomorrow. While we do have a little bit of rain, it's not a big deal. Thursday is definitely going to be the most impactful day. even a few flakes flying. I know people go into panic. They kind of worry. They think, what's this going to turn into? So I think for that reason alone, Thursday is going to be a big impact. But we'll have rain and snow. Snow that doesn't necessarily stick to the roads, but it could stick to grassy surfaces. It could stick to those elevated surfaces. It could stick to those tree limbs. So, and then with the gusty winds, you could experience some power outages. So Thursday, definitely the biggest impact. The rest of the day today, most of the day tomorrow, very minimal impacts, but Thursday is that peak of those first alert weather days. Just want to make sure that I stress that. I mentioned that I'm going to have to change some of these graphics and definitely kind of changing the tone of it, that tomorrow is not a big deal, but Thursday is. Thursday is definitely when we see more impacts from this system. And I know everybody wants to know how much snow we're going to get. And again, it's going to vary quite a bit, but I think to the northeast, so basically anywhere northeast of Cincinnati. So if you're looking at Adams County, Clinton County, even like northern Warren County, Highland County, you could see over an inch of snow. If you're looking further to the southwest, it's less than an inch of snow. So just kind of think of it in that range. And again, that's what falls. That is not what sticks. Okay. All right, I just want to show you this one more time. This is, it's hard when it's not posted on the main page because I feel like I'm losing that interactivity, and I hate that, but I guess it is what it is. Okay, so rest of the day today, we get rid of that rain. This model's already overdoing what we have already had today. But then as we look ahead to Wednesday, we'll take this full. Then as we look ahead to tomorrow, we do see that rain return for the second half of the morning into the afternoon. Not a lot of rain on Wednesday at all. As a matter of fact, we see the sunshine by Wednesday afternoon. Thursday, we do see that chance for that mixed precipitation by about mid-morning, continuing through the afternoon. And then that snow changes over to rain by the end of the event into Friday with some of that drizzle remaining. So, yeah. Show you the 7-day forecast one more time, and then I'll log off of here. Okay, so today the rain is done. We'll be in the 50s tomorrow, 30s on Thursday with that chance for a rain and snow mix. Showers do linger into Friday, and then we dry out for the weekend. It remains cool, relatively speaking. Normal high is 53. We're below normal for the weekend, but back into the mid-50s on Monday, along with that chance for rain. All right. Now, again, I am saying minimal impacts tomorrow, but as we know around here, even just a little bit of rain can really cause some problems. So tomorrow, I think your morning drive, you're fine. It's not until after the morning commute that we see more in the way of that rain. Okay, I'm going to go update that forecast. There's a lot that needs to be updated. I'm going to update the website, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to be live this evening. If you remember, of course, Coney Island used to do Christmas Nights of Lights. Obviously, no more Coney Island, no more Nights of Lights. They have moved that same kind of light up celebration to Claremont County, to the fairgrounds in Owensville. So that's where is it Owens? Oh, dang it. Well, let me look. I have it in my email. Yeah, Owensville. I don't know why I doubted that. So it's at the Claremont County Fairgrounds, which is in Owensville off of Route 132. Tonight, so it's called, oh, they're still calling it Cincinnati's Nights of Lights. Okay, I didn't realize they kept the name. So they say it gets dark enough to really see the lights around 5:50. That's when people will begin to drive through. Vehicles can line up at 5:30. So it's open beginning this Saturday through Sunday. So tonight, I guess, is just a preview. So it starts Saturday all the way through Sunday, January 5th. So that's where I will be tonight, but I will also be on the 4 o'clock newscast. If you saw yesterday, Tricia Mackey had her mom and her son on doing like a cooking segment ahead of the holidays. So I will be on the show the 4 o'clock show doing that today too. So anyways, I've got a lot to do. I'm going to get to that. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Of course, we'll have more on those First Alert weather days on air, online, all of it covered for you coming up later today. Have a good one.